I'm Paula Derry. I'm a health psychologist and a practitioner of touch therapy based in Chinese medicine called shiatsu. I'm reachable through my email, pauladerry@gmail, or through LinkedIn. One important aspect of the mythic, archetypic, and sometimes just stereotypic image of the feminine is imagery of the mother. And one important aspect of the image of the mother is someone who is loving, nurturing, and receptive. And some words to describe this are unconditional love, protection, safety, nurturance, and guidance. The mother is all of these things, but she's many other things as well. And what interests me is that mothers also are practical, intelligent, self-aware, centered, and technologically savvy. Most of us, I think, recognize traditional images of mother love. A woman who encompasses her child with loving and protective arms, often gazing adoringly at him or her. That image is widespread, found throughout human history. This is a Bronze Age statue of a woman or goddess, again, accentuating the arms encompassing the child, as well as the woman nurturing him with milk. And we can recognize that image when we see it in other parts of the world. It's an image of the individual mother, of the literary eternal feminine who's a spiritual guide, and can also symbolize the world. That the world is a welcoming place, that it's safe, kind to us, where needs are met and we're taken care of. However, this is all too often taken to mean that if mothers care about others, that means they don't think about themselves or selfless. That being caring and emotional is different from, maybe even inconsistent with, being thoughtful, intelligent, and rational. I think these aren't opposites or dichotomies. They go together. Mothers need to have a good sense of who they are and thoughtfulness in order to do their jobs. Take unconditional love. Unconditional love doesn't mean thinking everything someone does is just fine. It means seeing who they are clearly and loving them anyway. If you see a kid clearly, you can't say that everything they do is fine. Kids misbehave, make mistakes, may just be difficult to be around. Seeing someone clearly, sharing a common space, helps a person to see him or herself and is the gift of unconditional love. This intersubjectivity is the meeting of two individuals coming together. And that slide is not moving quickly enough. There we go. Mothers need a good sense of who they are, separate from their kids, even while nurturing them, in order to perceive them accurately. Of course, in addition to adoring their kids, mothers educate, guide, discipline, and chase around after them. Sooner or later, kids learn to do things on their own, independent of mom. Mothers need to think through, analyze, and make decisions in the course of nurturing and being educational. Should I discipline, and if so, how? Is it time for ballet lessons? And then women contribute to the nurturance and well-being of their families and communities in many ways. Women with the leisure to be housewives have always been a small minority of women throughout human history. Hunter-gatherer women weren't housewives who waited for their men to bring home the meat. A large percentage of food in these groups was from plants, and as far as we know, gathering was mostly women's work. This is a 17th century rendition of a European meeting a hunter-gatherer group. One characteristic of humans as opposed to animals was the emergence of tools and technology. In addition to hunting, the earliest stone tools always had other uses and were used in women's work. Women's work has always involved tools and technology, pottery, basketry, for cooking and to gather and store food, sewing and weaving clothing. So what is the eternal feminine in her aspect of the mother? Loving, nurturing, thoughtful, practical, centered, technologically savvy, what in psychology we might call mature adulthood. Thank you.